And just like that, we here. You feel what I'm
Feel
saying?
me?
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all
Just like
tuned
that.
in. You know what I'm saying? We got a special guest, as y'all can see if you're watching. You feel what I'm saying? Brill, Taji.
Welcome.
You know what I'm saying? Who are we here with today?
Robert Gordon Brown or Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Bobby Boucher. How you feeling? How you feeling
Boucher.
today?
Feeling good.
How you feeling? Are you glad you met me?
Yes, I am.
I'm glad I met you too. I'm more glad that I met you than you are glad you met me.
All right.
You know why?
Why?
Because I'm about to learn so much about you. Like I just never like. You don't get a chance like to talk to anybody. I like talking to people. As you
Right.
can see, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. How did I meet you?
I was panhandling on Wingahocken and Old York Road,
Right.
and just trying to get some money.
Mhm.
And you rolled up and said, "Yeah, I do a podcast. My name's JB. You do a podcast. I do a podcast. You know, you interested in doing an interview with us?"
Right.
I said, "Sure." And you told me you're gonna get back to me and or call me and then let me know what's up. And here we are.
Here we are. You happy to be here?
Yes, I am.
I'm
At
happy.
first, he told me he was a little nervous. Remember he said that, Marco? He said he was a little nervous. Are you still feel nervous?
I'm all right.
You feel better?
Yeah.
You
Got some rest.
more comfortable now?
Yeah.
What I tell you in the car when we say words and we put what in front of it to make it sound better.
Why?
There you go. So what you doing right now? You bipping, right?
Yeah.
Or you yipping?
Yipping. Yipping. I got a haircut. I got some new
You got a
clothes.
year cut.
Haircut.
Take it,
Yeah.
you got your,
Got a
you girl.
Yeah, boy. Yo.
It looks nice.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Bobby. How old are you, Bobby?
50 years old.
Are you dating right now? If you got a, you should go.
I got some girls I talk to.
Yeah.
At least looking at real hard.
Look
Yeah, yeah.
So how do you? What's a good woman? Like what's a good woman though?
Good woman. It's someone, a girl that you can do what she wants to do, and you really like what she wants to do, and so I think that's the right woman. Someone that you like to do what she wants to do, and I think that's the woman of your dreams is easier to find when you can do what she wants to do. Like my mom and dad are still together, 52 years.
Yeah.
God
And 52 years this April. And
Shout out to them.
my mom pretty much she plans everything, even sending them to work and stuff. She takes care of everything, and that's what she says. She said, "I do everything."
So it's like it's your mom's world. You just like everybody just living in it.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
okay.
So now I'm looking for a woman like I like to do what she likes to do, and that would be nice.
All right. So Bobby, can you give me a background on who you are? Who are you?
Yeah, cause like we got to spend the day with you, but I didn't. I missed most of the day. This is my opportunity now to meet you. Like let's talk.
Well, I grew up in Delray, New Jersey, but I started off in Maple Shade, New Jersey, like 0 to 4.
0 to 4.
Yeah, 0 to 4. I lived on top of the Mill Road Inn. It's now it's apartments. But the Mill Road Inn used to be a bar, and we lived on top of the bar.
Okay.
My dad met my mom on a blind date. He was playing hockey in the Eastern Hockey League.
A blind date's crazy.
Yeah, and I guess they hit it off because they're still together this day.
Yeah, your dad said something. He
Bobby
did something
Brown,
right.
Eastern Hockey League. You can look it up on a search in the Google search. He'll come right up. His card will come up probably like the third one down at the top search.
Dang.
Like 1 to 3.
We gotta check.
Top 3.
We gotta check
So
that
keep
out.
going with your childhood though.
My sister was born when I was 4. I got to hold her like.
Oh, so you the oldest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to hold her like my parents let her hold her. I was sitting in like the chair in the living room, like one of the chair like that, and just like I couldn't even believe it.
Right.
And she's doing really good. She scored 1,002 points
What?
at Delray High School. Yeah, my sister.
Oh yeah.
1,002 points. She did a speech. She was so nervous at first, and she got through it though.
Did you go to that game?
I went to the speech, but I
Right.
went to a bunch of the games. I saw a lot of the games.
Shit, so your sister will cook you in basketball?
Yeah, and then she can cook me in basketball. She got a good shot. She makes a lot of her shots. And she likes to pass. She likes to be a part of the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Okay, so
good D, good offense.
But
Did he get offense?
Yeah.
No Diddy.
What?
Diddy, right?
that was all in Jersey.
Yeah.
So how do we get to Philly?
Well, in 2003, well, 97, I moved out, or I opened a pizza place in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Oh shit.
I think I moved out there in 97 too.
What was that place called? Ariston, right? The one you were
New
talking
Jersey
about?
Pizza Company.
The one you were talking about at Walmart, right?
But yeah, New Jersey Pizza Company. You can find it at pizzaflagstaff.com.
Right.
And so I opened a pizza place. We got a liquor license, a beer and wine license. And we were doing pretty good. And then we were kind of complaining about the amount of the rent.
Mm-hmm.
And we had the money to pay it, but the lady that rented us the place, she thought we weren't going to pay, so because we wanted to discuss the rent and how much it cost, she ended up locking the door on us. So my friend Marco, my partner Marco, Marco Agostini, he moved the spot to Cedar Ave, a little spot with Dr. Dahl, and they got it set up again. And I ended up going home shortly after that, and I ended up back in Jersey, and in 2001, and then I started working at Zagara's, and in 2003 I started at Zagara's I started becoming schizophrenic,
Mm.
and in 2003 I kind of like lost it completely, and I went to a mental institution, Buttonwood, and I met a friend of mine, one of my best friends, Brian Backus. He was there, and I was so glad to see him. He was like an angel, like I was going through. Like I thought I was going to hell. I thought people were going to hell. All kinds of crazy stuff in my head, and I ended up, getting out of there and being on medicine. And really, my life is like trying to stay on medicine, like on and off medicine. And by the time I don't know, 2014,
Yeah.
I was in another mental institution, and at this point, I think like I'm the sane one, and everybody else is insane.
Right.
And I even I hear like a lot of voices. Some people call it seeing. I heard that like the police said everybody else was insane, and you were sane at this point. And it was for my protection to go into the mental institution.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I think, Northwood, a facility in like South Jersey. And I asked to move to Philly, and Nate was my social worker, and he basically got a hold of David and Leon there with Second Chance Housing out of North Philly. It's now called Good Brothers Home Care Agency.
Okay.
And so I was in North Philly for a while. And then I became homeless again. I moved in with Sid, one of the local kids there. He put me in like a apartment building, or a house, and it was like they were working on it, and there was like they had a line going from the power line into the house, and they set up an outlet, and I was doing like stuff like you're doing right on my computer.
Yeah.
And from that one outlet, it was freezing in there. He gave me a heater called the Tum. It was one of those bright red heaters.
Yeah.
Those things really work well, but when it's like, negative, like, say like 15 degrees, it's still like hard to sleep in there at night. And that thing lasted almost till the end. And then I think the fuse blew out inside, but it looked like it's been repaired before.
So let me ask you this. So, like you said, like back in the early 2000s, you was dealing with mental health. Like, how are you today?
I think I'm the most sane person on the planet.
Mm.
Why is that though?
That's just what I think. I work for the FBI, a 20-year commission, making $20 an hour, 24 hours a day. And so I don't know how I got through it. I mean, I told you in the car, I said I finally put God first in my life.
That's all it takes, though. Sometimes.
Yeah, and I just didn't know that for 40 years. I was a born again Christian at like 6 years old, but really putting God first all the time really made a difference, and that's what really brought me back to sanity.
That's deep. Did you go to a church or?
I go to a church now. I've been in and out of churches, but right now I'm at Greater St. Matthew Baptist Church. It's at 16th and Wingahocken. And I'm doing good there. They've really taken to me. We had a nice dinner for New Year's Eve.
That's
at
all right.
5 p.m.
Yeah.
And then they had a service afterwards. I didn't stay for the service, but I
just came for eats.
Yeah, I stopped and got some food. It started raining too. I went out. I was gonna come back.
It did start raining.
It did start raining, so I went home instead.
Wait, so Bobby, so you were speaking on, you were saying you were going through hell. What do you mean you were going through hell? You thought everybody was going to go through hell?
Like I felt like everybody thought I was sending them to hell, and God said that it didn't happen. But that was recently.
How would you send somebody to hell?
You can't. That's what God said. So, but people were like saying I was. When I would talk to them, it was like two worlds, one in my head and one like you.
Yeah.
And the people the physical people were like, that's crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. And then in my head, I could hear them talking, and it's like they're getting like their skin shaved off, every bone in their body broken. This is all going on in my head.
Right.
Yeah, it was like crazy. And so in 2015,
yeah,
I rescued everybody from hell. And
how?
I just prayed and loved, and God basically helped me release everybody.
God did.
Yeah, God. And so now it's like, what is it? It's basically like the end times now, right? It's like,
What does that mean?
It's like Armageddon's taking place right now, and the devil's so like clever that you can't even tell there's a war going on.
That's a fact.
That's like, so you got to be paying attention to like people that, you want to make sure. What I found out is that there is no enemy. So if you think there's an enemy, you're the enemy. It's real deep.
Say it one more time.
It says there is no enemy. So if you think there's an enemy, you're the enemy. And that's what I learned from my life, and all the teachers I have, and all my teachers growing up, helped me get here today. And after high school, 3 of my main teachers were like Carlos Castaneda at Neotech, and Course in Miracles, and they really helped me get back to sanity. All those 3.
So how would you help somebody that's going through what you went through? Like how would they deal with? Because most people would have took the easy way out.
You gotta listen to your doctors. You trust your doctors. God wants you to trust the people in your life. So trust.
So do you feel like the mental health institution like helped you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
if
also,
you don't like to go there, it does help.
How does it help you?
You're in there because everyone, the people that go out and get jobs like doctors and stuff, like they work hard. Like a lot of doctors are on call all the time, and a lot of people are scared to trust doctors. A lot of people are scared to trust the police. A lot of people are scared to trust the government, the military. They're always doing things that we don't know about, but they ask us to trust them, and so does God ask us to trust everyone in our life. So trust has brought me here today with you guys to have a chance to share my story.
That's a fact. Because honestly, I was thinking about it. I'm like, damn, Bobby. I met you on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, Bobby. I just met Bobby, and he's getting in the car with me today.
It's Friday.
Insane.
It's Friday.
I'm like, bro,
it's 3. That was 3 days ago.
You don't even know, like you know what I'm saying. But you trust it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, is there any moments that trust went wrong though? Like you trust somebody and they snaked you?
A few times.
Damn. I mean, wait, what happened?
But that's like my fault, really.
Explain
it's
that.
like,
How was your fault?
It's like, I've been like on and off drugs. And it's like trying to like deal with people that really, aren't so right in the head. And so you think it's going to be okay, and all of a sudden, you lose money, and you wonder like why you did that. But most of the time dealing with people, it's always been good.
So, when you were growing up, did you see yourself being where you're at today?
No.
So what would you want to be when you was growing up?
I just wanted to be like successful.
What is successful to you?
Like doing something I like and making money doing it.
Like playing music.
Yeah, like
and playing with
now
your guitar.
I'm kind of in the driver's seat of my life finally, but it took a good 40 years. Even now I'm 50, and it's like it's finally things are starting to fall into place.
Driver's seat of your life. What does that mean?
Like I'm the one. I'm finally the things that I would like anyone would like to be happening in their life is happening to me.
Right.
Like you're not your enemy no more.
No, that's right.
Well, first of all, shout out to you. You told me you got your first job tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
In 10 years, right?
Yeah.
My nigga.
Come on, man.
My nigga Bobby.
Come on, Bobby.
Hey, my nigga Bobby. I respect that. You mean?
Yeah.
I just feel like
What was going on in the last 10 years though?
Really just trying to recover from mental illness.
That's real.
I feel like definitely with you, man. Like you gotta. This is a big accomplishment. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like it may seem small, but like the bounce back from that is major. A lot of people like just would have just, man, I ain't gonna never work a job. You can't just stay in the streets.
Yeah.
And then you see people together. They just be living in tents outside, like just trying to figure it out.
Yeah. I've been in that situation. Recently, I was just living in Camden, homeless. Like last year.
So like, how was that? How was that struggle? Cause everybody say they like, everybody really say like, cause like Bro posted a video. It was like his top 5 struggle meals. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like for us, like struggle meals may look like oodles and noodles, hot dogs and beans, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like out there in the streets for real, the people that's homeless, what's like a struggle meal? You feel me?
Yeah, you know, one of the places it was called I forget the name. It was like Americana or something. It's on Federal Street and then like 36th Street. They would give out like free food at the end of the night, like leftovers.
Yeah.
Like whatever they can get rid of before the next day, and they make you a nice plate. But I guess I don't know what happened. They stopped doing that, and but while they were doing it, it was real good. So that's a nice struggle meal.
But it's like, but I'm just saying, like, with some, it's like people not giving it to you for free. Like, you got to go out there and find it. Or you got to go out there and make it.
And buy it. I don't know. I would get free food all the time from people.
No,
People would just roll up with, like, leftovers, anything.
So,
yeah, they look out.
How do people, because I seen, like, a couple interactions between people nowadays, they rank everybody. Some people get put on the pedestal, some people get put underneath them. How do people treat you? Especially when you're homeless, how do people treat you?
It depends on the person, really.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can be standoffish. Some people can be judgmental. Some people can be really accepting. And the ones that are, like, really accepting and believe in God, I think, are really the people you want in your life anyway.
Right.
But the other people you may need in your life to make sure that, you know, you're all right, and there is people that still need our help.
Right.
You know, like, if we have the ability to help ourselves and extend it to others, then that gives us a chance to maybe help someone else that's struggling.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby, you got some wisdom in that head.
You got some wisdom, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Listen, so does it ever make you feel a way if you was to say like hi to somebody as being homeless and they wouldn't respond? What was your thought process on that?
If they say hi?
Say I see you on the street, right?
Yeah.
You say, hey, how you doing? Because a couple times I've drove past you before, and I see you waving,
yeah,
and then people don't say nothing back. How does that make you feel?
Well, there's people, I don't know where they're at in their head,
right?
And that's a tough one. Like you wonder like where they're at, like what they're thinking, and what's going on. Because they're just kind of like chilling. It's almost like some people don't want to get involved with you because they don't maybe have nothing or don't want to give nothing, and they're not. It doesn't say they're bad people. They're just trying to get through their day, and like to some people, I may be like like a nuisance or something, but it's like I'm not like that.
Yeah.
But people can be like that maybe in their head. I don't know, or they just like trying to be like, well, I don't have to give or something like that. But that's not really my business. But if they were to say something, it's like the people that do say something are really good people and good moods and stuff. They want to know how you're doing and how they can help.
Have you ever felt like in your life you've been a nuisance?
Say again?
You ever feel like you've been a nuisance? Like you've been like a problem?
No, you know what? I've been a menace at times.
What you mean menace?
I got caught stealing when I was like 15. I got caught with doing credit card fraud when I was like 17.
Right.
And since then, I really don't do anything bad. I don't steal. I don't fraud. I don't threaten people or force myself.
It's also like each his own. Like they were all when like you were young adolescents. Like you was a minor. You feel what I'm saying? Like now you're an adult. Like you learn from your mistakes.
But that's how dumb I was in a sense. It's like when I did the credit card thing, I knew I was still under 18,
Yeah.
so it wasn't gonna be too bad if I got caught. It's like smart wrong, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
I had the plan.
But I haven't really done anything. I got, I got DUI. I have a few DUIs, and that's like, don't drink and drive because it can, not only can it destroy your life, you can destroy someone else's.
Mhm.
And so you gotta be like, a lot of people have like gotten in car accidents and stuff like that from
Right.
drinking. It's like, if you're gonna drink, drink responsibly. And it's easy to say that after the bad has happened,
Sure.
but
Uh-huh.
it's like people want to be invincible and immortal, and they forget to think about really what's at stake. So if you're gonna drink, be responsible. There is Uber, there's Lyft, there's taxis. You can always pick your car up in the morning. If you can't afford Lyft or Uber, and like to go home with and then get your car in the morning, you really shouldn't be going out because it's important that we don't mess up our lives or anyone else's lives.
That's true.
So be careful, be safe. My neighbor always said that Moses, I'm a new neighbor. He's like, be safe.
Moses.
Yeah, Moses and Lizzie. He's her caregiver. Lizzie got stabbed 90 times. She lost
90 times.
What?
Say that one more time.
They lost her legs from the.
How many times?
90.
How does somebody get stabbed 90 times though?
I guess she stands up for herself.
That's crazy.
Sticks up for herself, and
90 times. Like
really like wouldn't like back down at all.
You think that's probably like the craziest like story you probably heard?
Well, I got a new roommate. He's got one leg, and it sounds like someone cut his leg off because he was like talking like he was going through it again, like having a flashback last night. It was scary.
what's a flashback? Like
Like,
you
what
I mean, like it was like he was there again,
Mhm.
and I'm listening to this because I made that song.
Karate chop.
Yeah, what is it?
Crip chop.
Crip chop.
Come
Yeah,
on,
crip chop.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
How is it?
And I think it sparked like what happened to him, and I felt real bad. But it was like it sounded like someone like chopped his leg off,
Mhm.
and he was like he was going through it like it was like real, like it was happening right now. And it was the scariest thing I ever heard in my life. I couldn't believe it.
So how would you give somebody advice to get through that?
I just I prayed for him. Like I've been quiet. I listened and I just prayed for him. He seemed to get through it himself by going through it again.
Mhm.
So just letting him go through it like helped him get through it.
So-
Let me ask you this: what's the biggest mistake you've made in your life?
Biggest mistake I
The
made?
biggest mistake you've made in your life?
You know what? I don't know. I don't think there is a big. I think drinking and driving really.
Mhm.
Drinking and driving is the worst mistake I made in life. It's not okay. It's not being safe. It's being cocky and thinking you're invincible and nothing bad can happen when you're doing something you shouldn't be.
Right.
So I would just suggest that if you're going to drink, don't drive.
Don't grab the keys. Leave the keys alone.
Yeah.
If you're looking odd, like if you're looking like everything's spinning, don't get in the car.
Yeah, I've been paying like my surcharges in New Jersey are over like $5,000.
Yeah.
I got them down to like
Yeah.
just paying $60 a month because I have a mental health issue.
Right.
I went there and they let me pay $60 a month instead of like $250 a month.
Mm-hmm.
I finally got it just paying it, so I've been responsible. Just paying it. It's down around less than 1,300 now.
That's good money. I want to ask you another question too, man. Like, what do you think is the main factor of like why people are homeless? Like, just let me give you like for example, like if you think you never would have tried a drug a day in your life, you think like your life wouldn't have been what it is today, or like for like just for people out there, because yeah, go ahead answer the question.
People I think like really trust you to be someone else. Like a lot of people do it. They like trust you to be someone else, and a lot of people that are homeless and on the street, mentally ill,
Right.
they're saying something to their families that the families don't understand, and the families just want them to get help.
Right.
And usually the help they end up getting, they didn't trust either because their families don't trust them, so they don't trust the help, and they end up becoming homeless.
But like, cause like I seen you say like you spend a lot of time around like South Jersey, and in Philly, like being homeless. But like one spots I heard, like you didn't talk about Kensington.
Kensington, I haven't
You
been
haven't,
homeless there at all.
you never spent no time down
No,
Kensington.
a few times. I like to go there like once a month and just see what's going on.
Yeah.
You don't do that. You don't engage in activities, right?
Yeah,
No, it's like a lot of.
You sure?
Yeah,
you can't do that down there.
I don't mess around.
But that's what but that's what I'm saying
It's a
though.
big like place they do heroin and stuff, right?
Right.
Mm.
Now that's why I was asking you. You think it's drugs is like probably a main factor why people are homeless?
No, it's not the drugs. I think it's like really the trust issues and needing people to talk to and having no one to talk to about their mental health issues. And drugs really is a way of coping with like their family kind of abandoning them
Right.
and not being able to trust the society they live in.
Right.
Do you feel abandoned?
Well, no, haven't. I have, but like lately I've been doing a lot better. Yeah, but I did have a stroke last year, and it took me. My family came to visit me, and I'm recovered because of Jesus Christ, the Lord
Right.
Jesus Christ. I'm recovered in 1 year. I don't know if the doctors expected that to be that fast or not, but I recovered. Like I'm around 80%.
So like you said that sometimes people just need somebody to talk to
Yeah,
instead of but they use the drugs in order to cope with it.
yeah.
What was some of the things that you probably heard that's most common, or some of the things that you probably needed somebody to talk to but couldn't?
Yeah, it's like people just want to feel like they fit in and have a place to be, and a lot of people can't find it, and so like the search for drugs is like an adventure that keeps their mind occupied.
Right.
So that's what I think a lot of people do is like everyone's coping from war. And if you think about it, godlike is harmless. Like cannot harm and cannot be harmed. That's more godlike, and we're always have been at war since my whole life, right? Your whole life, right? We're not supposed to be at war. I think really drugs are a byproduct of war, and people like feel real lonely because of war, and they get on drugs, and I think drugs are actually a healing aid because of war. So a lot of people coming off of war, like out of Vietnam and stuff like that, get on drugs when they come home because they don't know how to talk to nobody. They didn't feel right anymore, and they really need the drugs to get through the war.
So say like I'm homeless, right?
Yeah.
I got no money in my pocket,
Yeah.
but I want drugs. How can I get drugs?
Well, me, I panhandle.
Not saying from you, but I'm just saying like anybody out there.
On you, like,
Cause like
everyone's got their hustle, and when people use drugs, everyone's got their hustle.
Right.
Yeah, some people do this, some people do that. It's really knowing who you are and what you can, what's going to work for you to get that money. You could do like me and my friend Michael Dodson. He used to be a mortician, or
Right.
he's a mortician really, but he can even get a job now. But he would find us jobs around Camden, like clean outs, raking.
Okay.
Moving stuff for people. We did a move. And it really depends on you. Like, I don't know what you would do.
Is
But
it a day-to-day struggle to get your fix?
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's
All
like
day long, like until you feel better.
But it's like you see how if you want to grind to get that fix, get your shot, whatever you want to call it, you can use that grind to stack up some money or get yourself in a better
Absolutely.
situation to get in something else.
But think about this. Nobody wants to be in pain. So the best way to not be in pain is not hurt anyone else and don't hurt yourself.
Right.
And people want to feel good. So, like a lot of times in this world, there's no real avenues to feel good other than like drugs and alcohol. And so people use drugs and alcohol to cope with the pain of life. And it's like, really, drugs are like a solution for war and a way of feeling good when we're at war. A lot of people don't see that we're at war because, like Russia, Ukraine's blowing up, and there's people like getting moved, like they have to walk all the way like to Turkey and Poland, or Poland and Turkey, like they're as refugees. And so like if we were over there right now, we wouldn't have a place to live in. We'd be wondering if someone's going to shoot us or blow us up. And drugs, I think, are a byproduct of war. Like drugs came about because of war. And really, like I think, like crack is for harmlessness. Alcohol is to learn about responsibility. That 2 or K2, the fake marijuana, that's for self-expression. Marijuana is for honesty, learn how to be honest. And heroin's for people that can heal the most pain. So they're like our top healers as heroin users because they can heal the most pain of war quicker than anyone else. And then, did I miss anything?
Have you ever tried all those drugs?
Yeah, pretty much. Like ecstasy is for like, just like letting go for a while.
Yeah.
Mushrooms and acid are for like self-discovery. I think everything has a purpose. You know, they're not all bad. It's like, you know, if you think you need to hurt someone, the best thing to do is smoke some crack. If you're having trouble lying to people, the best thing to do is smoke some weed. If you're responsible, the best thing to do is you drink some alcohol.
So did you find a whole different meaning from like the meanings that school teaches us is like bad, drugs are bad.
Yeah.
You found a whole different meaning towards it?
Yeah.
So drugs are good. So I should do drugs.
Well, that's up to you. That's not for me to say.
Not you're not saying do drugs, but you're saying don't abuse drugs.
There's a value to all of them.
Yeah, like be responsible.
Yeah, be responsible and do what you need to do. With
Isn't it
heroin, if you
addictive,
want to
though?
heal pain, and you want to do heroin, it'll mess you up.
Yeah.
But still, with God, you're gonna be like the top pain healer.
Nah.
You're the top
So-
healer.
So,
Nah.
so God's cool with people doing heroin?
Yeah, he's not cool with people doing war though.
Okay. So drugs over war.
Yeah, I believe that God wants you to do drugs and not war. And so you don't have to do drugs anymore or war ever again.
That's a dope perspective. Because
It's different. I never heard that before.
we promote war so much, but
So I was consider myself
Yeah.
medicine, man.
it was worse.
So you listen to Skrilla?
Yeah, I like Skrilla, the kid, where you picked me at the gas station.
Yeah.
Kid used to hang out there, a little kid, like about probably 15, 16, 17. Maybe he was a little older, I don't know. He would sell weed out front of there, right? He's like, he told me, yeah, I'm a zombie friend. And he said, you check out Skrilla. You listen to Skrilla? He said, you listen to Skrilla? I said, nah. He said, I checked it out when I was with him. He's pretty good, Skrilla. I seen a Skrilla truck drive by a few weeks ago.
So do you think what he's doing is good? Because he's not promoting war. He's promoting drugs.
Yeah,
So
I
you
think
think
he's
he's
doing good.
Would you like to meet Skrilla one day?
Yeah, I would.
Would you like to do drugs with Skrilla one day?
Yeah, I don't know. Drugs are more personal.
Yeah, that's true. So
Excuse me.
you like to do things by yourself.
Most of the time, unless I feel comfortable with someone. You know, this is like a leap of faith, and I'm glad that you guys chose me to do something like
Right.
this.
I'm happy you came on, bro.
Listen, but honestly though, I definitely feel when you said that like drugs is like a coping mechanism because sometimes you can't talk to everybody about, especially men. Sometimes you can't talk to everybody about everything.
Right.
Even though it's healthy, you just don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to put your problems onto somebody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Well, the Holy Bible says you should tell at least one person about what you're going through.
Who's your one person?
You know, it's like it depends on who I'm with. You know what I mean?
So it changes.
Yeah, it can change. But it's like, don't be afraid of who you are. Don't hide anything. Because alcoholism's from hiding your drinking. You know what I mean?
Right.
It causes a chemical or a physical addiction when you hide your drinking.
I think I saw something like that. It was like the first step in like the rehab program is like to admit it.
Yeah, admit it. I've become powerless over drugs. You know, it's like, and my life's become unmanageable. Is step one in the AA and NA.
Yeah.
I've become powerless over drugs or alcohol, and my life has become unmanageable.
So how is you have any close friends?
Yeah, I got a few.
How was your circle? Because
I really haven't talked to a lot of people in my circle. I've seen like my friend Cameron, I've seen my friend Sharif, seen my friend Ted, but like and my Darren Hutchinson came over to my parents' house. Dwayne Beatty and Joe Rinaldi came by. They took me to a concert at New Hope. Dwayne Beatty's a guitar player, Joe's a bass player. And I went out there with them. check that out. It was a really cool show in New
Mhm.
Hope. And, you know, I saw Shreve's daughter and her friend came over when they were 16. My mom kind of got a little upset because they're a little younger. But who else came over? A friend of mine, Scott Whitman. I don't know. It's like I don't really see my friends as much as I would like to. I got a new friend, Allie. Lives like,
But why?
You got another from right here too. What you mean? You ain't say my name. What you doing?
hey,
You ain't say my
Hey,
name.
Taji, come on.
Taji and
JB.
JB and Marco.
Yeah.
New friends.
Yeah.
You know, we don't really know each other too well yet.
We know each other right. We getting to know each other right now.
Yeah,
Well, listen
yeah.
though, is it hard with this? Because I know for a fact, right? Sometimes you gotta like off friends. What I mean by that is like, if you like you got a job, right?
Yeah.
And there's some friends that I just met you today. So I'm meeting you as okay. He's a man that I saw him trying to get some money, and I try him. Now you're trying to get a job, right?
Yeah.
So I have a different perspective on you now versus someone that knew you 10 years ago. They're
Right.
like, oh yeah, he's mental. He's mental. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how important is it to like off your friends? Because look, you might be say if you're a struggling alcoholic, right?
Yeah.
Then you go back to say that you go back to Thanksgiving with your family,
Yeah.
and then they bring up the fact that you're an alcoholic, right? Or they say like, oh, don't talk about drinks with him because he's an alcoholic. But you're working on that and not trying to change that. How is that? Like dealing with people that are still trying to bring up your past.
Well, not a lot of my family gatherings because they want to make sure that I'm their person instead of letting me be my person.
You're not allowed at your family gatherings.
No,
What do you mean by that?
I just don't get invited anymore.
How does it make you feel?
I don't know. I feel like I'm getting closer to getting back, and that's like So instead of how I feel it's lonely, it's lonely.
It's lonely.
But you try to get back, but I don't want to sacrifice myself. I want to be myself. I don't want to like have to be some person for them. And that's really what happens when your family starts to abandon you because of drugs and alcohol, and mental illness. Is you don't fit in with them anymore. Like you were saying, like 10 years ago, my friends were different than they are now.
Right.
And it's like my friends now are more accepting, and my family's still trying to see if I'm gonna be like, be able to be who they need me to be when I'm around.
But what is that though? Like, what do they need you to be?
They like their sanity instead of my own. And it's like.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's like if you gotta be some person for somebody else, you're not really.
Yeah.
You're sacrificing yourself.
You rather be yourself.
Yeah. So first learn how to be yourself, and then see what opportunities present themselves. So I've been learning to be myself for like the last 10 years, and you asked me if I want to do an interview today.
Right.
So, but it's because I've been being myself. And my mom and dad are finally starting to ease up, and I think they're ready to let me like more into their life. And but it's still gonna take some time.
For sure.
How
It take time.
How does that make you feel?
Better. Like I'm doing better, and they're glad.
That's good, man.
You told me you had schizophrenia, right?
Yeah.
What does it feel to have that? What's that feel like?
It's you feel like nobody really knows you anymore. You know what I mean?
What is schizophrenia to you?
It's like I have like, how we're talking here. Well, if we're not talking here, like the minute we're not talking, all of a sudden, maybe you saw in the back of the car, I started talking to myself.
I do too. So.
I was talking to a voice. There's a voice talking to me all the time when I'm not talking with people.
Is it a good voice or a bad voice?
Depends.
Depends on your mood.
Depends on what?
No, it depends. I think it's whatever God gives me to handle.
What does the voice sound like? Does it sound like your
Any
voice?
person. It could be your voice, could be your voice, could be your voice.
Okay, you be like, so one day you like, I think that's my mom.
I asked him, like, did you just say this? And the person like, I don't know what you're talking about.
So how did you learn to deal with that, like, growing up?
I don't know.
No, when the first time you heard the voice? Like, what age you think?
2001.
How old were you?
Just over 18, like, what? 92,
No,
I was 17.
26, right?
97, yeah, I was
you 50 right now, so
97, I was graduated, or 92 I graduated, so I was 17.
Damn, Unc.
Yeah. So then in 2001, you're right, I was more like 26.
26, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So that's actually deep though. Like
Yeah.
the people don't realize that.
I have no line anymore. You know how you get your timeline? It's
Yeah.
like, you know, I eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, went to bed. I don't have no timeline anymore.
Does
So,
drugs
it's like-
suppress the voice? Like, like drugs you do, does it suppress the voice that you hear?
Like, sometimes they enhance the voice, but I feel like I can deal with it more confidently or more easily.
No, keep going.
Yeah.
So, wait. So, I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
That's deep to like hearing voices. Like, do you feel like
And you
your
was
life
so
would be different if you didn't hear these voices in your head?
and you was so
Yeah,
young
of
at the
course.
time.
Say again?
You were young at the time for that.
Yeah, and I'm still dealing with it now.
Do you feel like the drugs caused that, or that just something that just happened like on its own?
Yeah, it's something that happened before drugs.
Mm.
Actually, like I was 2001. I worked at a garage. I got in a DUI. I stopped doing drinking. I stopped doing smoking, and I stopped. So both stopped drinking, stopped smoking, and you know, I stopped sniffing cocaine, stuff like that. 2001. That whole time, I didn't do any drugs, and that's when the schizophrenia started.
You think that maybe was part of the side effects from being off the drugs?
Maybe.
Who introduced you to all these drugs?
Who?
Who introduced you to all these drugs?
Just different friends.
I mean,
my self-exploration.
Was it the 80s or the 90s the crack epidemic?
What you mean? Like when that shit was popping?
Yeah.
Like the 70s, right?
No.
80s.
80s.
80s?
80s.
I thought that like crack. I thought you were talking about like
Yeah,
cocaine.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah, crack. Yeah, crack like the 80s. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, since then I've like recently, because of everything I've been through, like with God, when God says it, I listen. So I've become a Star David earner, which means I'm commander of everything in existence. I told you I work for the FBI.
And you got your new job.
New job, and also I established a tribe of Judah on planet Earth.
Say that again one more time.
I established the tribe of Judah. You know, there's 12 tribes of Israel.
No, I know that.
Okay, well, I established the tribe of Judah on planet Earth. You can check it out in the Holy Bible.
Okay.
I've become the Holy Spirit. I graduated the Holy Spirit
Told me
class,
that.
I told you.
Right.
So I'm the Holy Spirit as well. I'm the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit because I have a son.
And the unk. Damn.
So
You got a son?
Yeah.
You got some. Yeah. Shout
And
out.
recently
yeah.
I became the Lord as Jesus Christ.
Say that one more time.
The Lord as Jesus Christ.
What
The
does that
same
mean?
as Jesus Christ.
What does that mean?
As the Lord, I'm the Lord of God.
So you're Jesus?
No, not Jesus. As the same as Him. Same as Him.
Why do you think that? Why do you
Because
feel
God
that
said it.
way? God said it.
Yeah.
All right. So, what makes you happy?
Happy?
Makes you feel good.
I don't know. Doing God's will.
God's will.
Yeah.
How do you differentiate what's God's will and what's not God's will?
God loves you unconditionally and wants you to be happy. So when you make the happy decision, the decision to be happy, you're doing God's will.
What if doing something that makes you happy is detrimental to somebody else? Is that still?
Then that's not right.
That's not right.
Yeah, but detrimental to someone else, yeah, it's just not right.
It's not right.
You're not thinking right.
So you think ethical, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, ethics and etiquette are very important.
Mm.
You want good ethics and good etiquette. Etiquette's like how you treat things, and ethics is how you do things.
How do you deal with adversity?
Diversity?
Adversity, when things go bad, how do you handle that?
You know, I just keep plugging away.
What does that mean to you?
Like I keep my mind where I think it needs to be.
Mm.
I focus on the right things, and I try to make sure I'm doing what's best for me and everyone else.
Right. Like you're not gonna cry over spilled milk. Like what's done is done. Like let's just move forward and keep my head in a better space.
You know, when I was in hell, thinking I was going to a worse hell,
Right.
I told God I'd rather not exist than hurt anything.
Mm.
So-
exist or
What did he say? What did he tell you?
He didn't say anything. It was at that point I wasn't really hearing God. I only started recently hearing God in like 2015. But then it was like I prayed to God and said, if I'm hurting anything or anyone, I will not exist.
So
I did not exist.
in 2015, was there a turning point that like made you turn to God? Like something happened in your life?
He was always in my life, but in 2015 I picked up A Course in Miracles as a book.
Mm.
And it's a real good book. If you all want to pick it up, it's worth picking up.
Say it one more time. What book is that?
A Course in Miracles.
About who? You know about? You know what's about? Course in Miracles.
It's I think Schulman,
I'm gonna look into that.
Alan Schulman.
Okay. And what did that book teach you?
it really teaches you how your brain works, and it teaches you how to make good decisions.
Mm-hmm.
It helps you eliminate fear blocks.
So you think you start making better decisions since 2015?
Yeah.
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 So what's the average day in life with you? If I didn't see you today, what would you be doing?
I'd probably be chilling in my house and going up the street,
Mm-hmm.
checking on the neighborhood, up and down, up and down.
On some Batman shit.
Yeah, just
Patrolling.
making sure I'm looking out for everybody.
Well,
Put a couple bad guys in the headlock.
I
type
found
shit.
out, like, if a moral, like in neotech, it says moral is like doing what's best for you and everyone else.
Mm.
A lot of times we forget everyone else when we're making our decisions.
So when I'm making a decision, say if that's not an option. Say if I either do what's best for me, what's worse for somebody else, or what's best for somebody else and what's worse for me. Which one am I choosing?
Neither.
Neither. So what would I do?
You look for opportunities where you can benefit everyone else and yourself.
Mm.
Damn, you smart man.
So,
Thank you.
also,
Go ahead, Taji.
Because that's what we're doing here, right?
Type
Right,
shit.
right.
Type shit. We bipping right now.
Yeah, it's like everybody's benefiting each other, so we're doing the right thing.
and this is all benefit. So who helped you, or was it yourself who decided like I'm gonna go put this application in to get this job?
You know, I was over there, and I don't even know, I think, I just went in there and I said, do you need any help? And she said, I could maybe use you to mop the floor. And, you know, come in tomorrow. And I came in today, which was tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or when I came in, she said, you know, you can come in on Saturday at 10. And I said, and she's like, what time? What did I say? And I said, come in tomorrow or Saturday. Come in Saturday at 10. And she said, tomorrow at 10. Or tomorrow Saturday at 10.
Okay.
And that's like how I got the job.
And you just walked in.
I'm really happy for you. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank
When
you.
you told me this morning, you was like, yeah. Remember I called you last night. You was like, okay, just I got an interview tomorrow. I was like, yeah, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's it called though? So I see like you carry that guitar everywhere, right?
Yeah.
That's how that's what make you stood out when I saw you. I'm like, yo, this nigga got a guitar everywhere he go. And you was always smiling, raising your hand at everybody. So I give you that too. I'm like, this nigga always got a guitar. And even in the barbershop, when he was getting your haircut today, shout out Hez, the best barber in the city. I said, let me hold your guitar. You said, no, I got it. What does that guitar mean to you? What's the name, first of all?
Lachinga.
What's Lachinga stand for?
The fuck. It's a Spanish slang.
Lachinga. What does that mean to you? What does the fuck mean to you?
I don't know. I was playing. I saw my friend Dion got me hooked on it, or got me set up playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And I became a night elf priest and a female night elf priest. And I just typed in Lachinga. I didn't even know what it meant yet. And it's like I'm pretty good. I'm like probably like I don't know. I'm pretty good with the gear I have.
Yeah.
And
Somebody taught you how to play, or you just?
well, it told me to play, like asked me if I wanted to play, and I checked it out and started getting pretty good at it. But I just typed in the name out of nowhere, Lachinga, and then I found out that's what it means. And then I bought the guitar. I named my guitar Lachinga.
But I'm saying, what does that guitar mean to you? Not the name. What does that mean? Like carrying it around everywhere when you get your haircut.
It's like learning something that's important to you, or that's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's been good for me. So, like just carrying it around helps me play better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the more I stick to that, the better I get at the guitar.
Right.
So if that guitar was to be broken and you couldn't hold on to it anymore, how would that make you feel?
I would go get another one.
Oh, so it's not the guitar. It's just that you like having it around. That doesn't mean too much to you.
No, it does very, very much to me. But
Okay.
like if something happened to the guitar, I would just buy another
Let's
one.
keep going.
The cool thing about a guitar is that your guitar is your guitar.
Right.
So if I'm to like give you this guitar, it becomes your guitar. So the spirit changes from Lachinga to whatever your guitar's name is. It's like it's the way like so. No one can ever steal your guitar because once they have it, it's their spirit of the guitar comes into it.
So did that guitar have any spirits before you got it?
I don't know.
Where you get that guitar from?
It was either Sweetwater Musicians Friend or Guitar Center. So I got guitars off all three. Sweetwater.com, GuitarCenter.com, and musiciansfriend.com.
Bobby, I'm really glad I got to meet you. I'm glad I put my window down and said what's up to you. You see what I'm saying? I got two more things, right? So first, we learned this today. You're in a gang.
Yeah, 45G gang.
So, what? Hey, show me the hand sign. What is that? What is that?
That's we me.
Let's get it.
Gang shit. Yeah. What is it? Why did you join that gang?
You know what? Like I said, you know, I'm going through a lot.
Right.
I needed some help, and a kid favorite. He said, "You're my favorite." After I was in the gang for a little while, so I call him favorite.
Right.
I give all the kids some. I try to give all the kids names, and I try to remember them. But I'm doing pretty good at it. Well, he invited me, and I said, you know, I need some help. So he's inviting me to his gang, so they must need some help, or they like what I'm doing each day, like walking up and down the street. So I joined the gang, like neighborhood watch. I become like, and they don't trust me with much more than that, which is nice.
Yeah,
That's what I can handle.
Little cop gang.
Yeah.
Captain America the block. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You do what you do.
You the block captain,
I met
man.
the gang boss, I think, and I'm the gang leader. You met both of them.
You ever got any gang wars?
No, I don't get involved in that. You know, Lexington, Philadelphia has the lowest gun violence in the world.
Does it? Is that?
What you say?
Lexington, Philadelphia, where I live, has the lowest gun violence in the entire world.
And is that because of you?
No, that was before me, but I'm helping keep it that way.
That's tough, Bobby. You
Quad E told me he grew up in Nicetown. He's a gang boss, I think. He said he wants Nicetown to be the best town. He wants every town to be the best town too.
Yo, so that was a lot, Rabbi. That was a lot, my guy.
Look, Bobby, this is the last thing we're gonna do with you, Bobby. Can you please look into that camera right there and then give a message to your younger self?
Younger self?
Oh wait, I'm gonna play some. Hold up.
Yeah, let's.
So look, when you I want you to say something to your younger self, like growing up.
This is gonna be an inspirational speech. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Motivation on everything. You feel me?
Yeah.
This for you and for the people out there watching this. How do you want them to feel about you? And how could you be better for yourself?
Okay.
Moving forward from this.
Yeah, I would like people to trust what I'm saying too. I say some wild stuff that, it seems a little far out. I would like people to trust what I'm saying, and I would like to be able to communicate in a way that people will trust me. And I just hope that my life helps bring people back to themselves.
Right.
So what I do, I want you to be more like yourself, or keep it going. Like if you already are yourself, I don't want you to get lost, or I don't want you to be somewhere else or be someone else. I want you to trust the people in your life to help you become yourself, or so you know yourself better.
Oh man! Clap that up! Clap that up! Clap!
Bobby,
Hold up.
When's the last time you got a hug, Bobby?
I got one yesterday from Keisha.
Yeah, shout out Keisha.
Big brother asked me for some change one day. This is a funny story. And a cool story too. And I had 6 cents, and I was he's like, I don't want that. It's not. I was like, wait, it's like your 6 cents. He's like, that's all right. And I was like, I was like, the kids will like stuff like that. He's like, what do you mean the kids? And I was like, kids would think that's cool. And he's complaining about the amount I was giving him. I was like, Dale ain't trying to hurt you. And he turns around and looks at me and just slaps me
slap shit out you.
What?
Because he's like, you don't, the people that care about you, you don't say stuff like that.
Right.
And I didn't mean I don't want to hurt him physically. I mean, I wasn't trying to hurt him by giving him 6 cents.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to just give him what I had. And he slapped me, and we've been friends ever since. But he died from fentanyl.
He slapped some sense into you, Bobby.
Yeah, he opened up just 6 cents.
It's 2 cents left. Open up 2 cents.
And he kept it tight, so he shouldn't have come.
Yeah, good 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yo, you didn't see that shit coming, did you?
No, I did. Look, I had a look on his face. I stood there. I knew whatever I did, that was worth it.
You ain't want to duck?
Your life,
No, I just sat in there because I knew he was doing the right thing.
Let's talk about, yo, listen, guys. We appreciate you for coming on, man. Yo, this is not gonna be the last time. I promise you. This is not gonna be the last time y'all see Bobby. Bobby got music out there on all the platforms. Like, where can they find you at, Bobby?
Healing Music Playdate on YouTube and on SoundCloud, the Chinga Brown family and friends.
Spell the Chinga for them.
Yeah.
LACHINGA. I got btownproductions.org, truthliesdecisions.com, worldfamilycommunity.com.org.net, peacetvradio.com,
Wait.
swordlight.org.
And what the chinga mean again?
The fuck.
The fuck? That's how we're going to end it. Come on, man.
I love
Like,
you. Thank you for coming
comment,
by, man.
subscribe,
Appreciate
man.
you both and all three.
Appreciate you,
All
Bobby.
right, Bobby, tell them to like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, wait, Bobby got you.
So again,
Tell people to like, comment, and subscribe. Say like, comment, and subscribe.
like, comment, and subscribe.
Now do this.
Bang.
Say bang.
Hey.